Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. In today's video, I am sharing educational gift ideas. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to two girls, ages 11 and 14. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. So I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but I completely forgot to add in an educational gift guide in the week-long series that I posted right before Thanksgiving that had all of my gift guides there. Yeah, somebody actually reached out to me after I had finished uploading and releasing those videos. And they were like, are you gonna release an educational gift guide video? And I was like, huh. Wow, why did I not think of that? Like, I'm a homeschooling mom. Why did I not think about educational gifts? So today, that's what this video is going to be all about. And I have picked the things that my kids were gifted themselves, things that I have gifted to other children or even my own. And I also wanted to make sure that I was adding things from all different like budget ranges because, you know, sometimes you don't have a lot of money around the holiday season, but you still want to give something educational or fun or something nice. So this is going to be a wide range of items. So we are going to start off with books. Now, books are fantastic gifts for any holiday, any type of celebration, because you can really personalize them to the person that you're giving them to. My oldest daughter, she really loved Mary Poppins. So, or she still does. I shouldn't say she did. She does love Mary Poppins. So I had actually gifted her this Mary Poppins box set a while ago. I think I actually gave it to her for her birthday, but this would make a fantastic gift for Christmas as well. It came with 4 different books. I did find this one on BookOutlet, but there are so many box sets out there. You can do a Wings of Fire box set if you have a dragon lover or a comic lover or a graphic novel lover. You can give the Narnia gift set. That would be a fantastic set to gift Harry Potter. You can gift, I mean, there's so many box sets out there that you can gift. You just got to kind of shop around and try and find that best deal because they can get a little pricey. But again, check out BookOutlet because you could find a lot of box sets there. Again, that's where I found Mary Poppins. And there was a Narnia one on there as well that I didn't purchase because I'd already had all the books, but I know I did see a Narnia box set on BookOutlet before. Now, if you don't have it in your budget to give an entire box set, that's okay because there are also really beautiful leather-bound classic books that you can give as well. So these, I love them. I think they're so beautiful. This is The Wizard of Oz. My oldest daughter loved this book. I love that these have the beautiful ribbon. I have shared these on my channel before. These are books that you could just find at like Barnes & Noble. And the children's leather bounds are usually pretty inexpensive. So you're not paying a ton of money. And because it is a leather bound book and it's such a beautiful edition, it makes a really fantastic gift. Now, if you want to give an adult a book, they also have these leather bound editions for adults as well. You can get the classics or you can get something like The Adventures of Indiana Jones. And again, it's leather bound, it's beautiful. It has like the gold around the edging and it does have a bookmark in there as well. So, I mean, just take a look and see what you can find. Again, I found ours at Barnes & Noble, but these make fantastic gifts and it works for all ages. Now, another thing that I like to do is that if you want to kind of, I don't want to say beef it up because a book like this or like this is enough as a gift. But if you want to give just a little bit more, sometimes what I like to do is I will gift like a book I know a child or a teen would really enjoy, like this is Sailor Moon, and I will pair it with an activity book. So what I do is I just, you know, figure out the theme of the book or the character, and then I get a workbook that just goes kind of with it. So with this one, I would have paired Sailor Moon with How to Draw Manga Part 1. These are a lot of fun. You could also throw in a set of drawing pencils or markers or anything like that to just, if you want to kind of give like a little gift set. But these are usually, that's upside down. These are usually pretty inexpensive. You can find them all over Amazon, Barnes & Noble, pretty much anywhere you go, you could find a drawing book or an activity book. But again, I like to pair them. And I just think that that makes it even more fun because you're giving a book and like an activity. And I think that kids being creative is one of the best ways for them to learn. So adding in something that they could kind of make their own, like an activity book or a drawing book, I think is fantastic. Now, another way that I would do that, I just wanted to give a couple of examples for people, is that if you have a younger child that you're gifting to, you can always pick out a classic. So like something like Roald Dahl's Matilda would make a fantastic gift. And then you can also gift this book with the biography of Roald Dahl. Now, this is a Who Was book. This would make a fantastic gift set because not only are they getting a fantastic story, but then they get to learn about the person that wrote that story. So this makes a fantastic little duo. And if you still want to add more, you can add in a little activity book as well. So this is The World of Roald Dahl Mad Libs. So I would put this in like a little gift set. Again, you can add pens, markers, whatever if you want to. Not needed because this is fantastic just like this. But again, you could do as much or as little as you want. You could just give Matilda and it's a fantastic gift. But you could also do something like this and it's just a lot of fun. You could, just wrap a ribbon around it and gift it that way. I think that something like this would be fantastic. Now, another option, say you have a teen or you have a preteen, a tween that loves to cook, you can give a cookbook. So this one is the Complete Baking Book for Young Chefs. I gifted this to my oldest daughter a few years ago and she really enjoyed this book. But you can gift something like this on its own. You can add in a couple of cute little spatulas or cooking utensils, or you could throw in a biography of a famous chef. So I would gift this book with Who Was Julia Child. So I think this is fantastic. I love Julia Child. Sometimes I still even watch her show. So yeah, but this would be a fantastic little set as well to give. Now, another idea for books is if you have a younger child you want to gift to, you can always gift something from Dr. Seuss. This one I just pulled the first thing I found by Dr. Seuss off my shelf, but this is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And again, you could pair it with his biography if you'd like. They even have sets of these where you can get like a little Grinch plushie with the book. Again, you could just gift the book as well and it's fine, but sometimes I like to throw in a biography just to get a little bit more reading. And I did find with my youngest daughter, she was a struggling reader for a long time, and a lot of it had to do with finding things that she was interested in. So once I found a book that she was interested in, like a series, I would get a book about the author, and she found it really interesting to learn about the person that wrote the book that she fell in love with. So that's why I usually do things like this. I think it's a lot of fun, and it just gives a little bit more education to it. Now, this is another one that I think is fantastic. I kind of wanted to throw in for all age ranges. You could do Who. This says Who Is. I know it's now Who Was Stan Lee. This is just an old copy. But you can gift something like this to a child with a blank comic book activity. Now, I think this is fantastic. I love to have kids like use their imagination when it comes to learning. So something like this would make a fantastic set to give to anyone. You could give this to anyone of all ages. I mean, I think this is fantastic. So in a blank comic book, it just kind of breaks up the pages for them and they get to write their own comic. So I think this is great. Now, the last, I think this is the last book idea. Yeah, so this is the last book idea that I thought that you can give that would be fantastic. And that is this workbook. This is a Paint by Stickers workbook. And this is Masterpieces. So these are a lot of fun. So that wasn't a lot of fun. This is one of my kids' books. A page just fell out. But it gives you, I don't know if you can tell, it gives you the numbers and then you just match the stickers. And then once you're all done with that, you have the complete picture. So you can gift something like this with the biography of an artist. So this is just something I pulled off my shelf to give you an example of. But things like this I think are fantastic. And I'm hoping that these give you a few ideas for yourself that you can gift to kids in your life or really to anyone. Now, let's kind of talk about some art supplies. I think that art supplies are fantastic gifts because, again, it gets kids, teens, even adults thinking. So one of the ones that I pulled to show you today is actually this watercolor book by Emily Lex. This is baking. My oldest daughter loves to bake. She wants to be a pastry chef one day. She wants to own her own bakery. And I thought that this would be a lot of fun for her. And what's wonderful about these Emily Lex books, you can use this for a number of people. I mean, all age ranges can really benefit from something like this. Here is the pictures that they will be doing watercolor on. These are beautiful. We do have the Christmas watercolor book as well. I just gifted those to my kids this year because we're studying watercolor this year. I'm having a hard time talking today. But this would pair perfectly with just a set of watercolors. These are used, obviously. You'd want to probably get one that's cleaned up. This is just a set of my kids. But this would make a fantastic gift for a younger student, or I keep on saying student, a younger child, or even an adult. Like, this is something that I would love to receive as a gift as well. Like, I would be so happy with something like this. And it's very calming. I find that, you know, doing watercolor is really calming to me, and it's a lot of fun. So something like this would be fantastic for all age ranges, and they're not too expensive. So that's another thing, not too expensive. Okay, next up we have stationery. Now, this is just one of my stationaries that I have, but you can gift stationery to a wide range of people. I love snail mail. This is actually my Mr. Rogers stationery, but you can give stationery, you know, just cute little cards, and it gets kids writing. They can send them to their friends. You know, it's just a lot of fun. And again, I love receiving snail mail, and I know that my kids do too. So gifting stationery and getting your kids writing is really fun. My youngest daughter does not like to write. So when I gifted her, I think it was like dragon stationery, or was it lizard stationery? It got her writing, and she started writing letters to her friends and mailing them, and then they started writing back and forth. So just knowing and sparking their interest in what's on the stationery can really get them to want to write a letter to somebody. So stationery is a fantastic idea. And again, it doesn't just have to be for children. You could find a really beautiful set even for adults or teens. Now, this is something that is near and dear to my heart. I love notebooks and journaling and things like that. Just a beautiful, simple, lined notebook is a fantastic gift. You can give it by itself, or you can give it with pens. Again, it gets your kids writing, your teen writing. But this is my Frida Kahlo notebook. I haven't used it yet, but you can see it's just a lined notebook. But look how beautiful this is. It has a beautiful pattern on the inside. It has some beautiful gold patterns up on top. I just think that this is fantastic. I got this one for only $2.99 at Ross. So you can find something really beautiful for really inexpensive. And again, you could pair this with a set of pens, or just a beautiful pen, or even like for a homeschool mom, maybe a coffee mug and a notebook. Fantastic gift. Okay, next up, you can't have an educational gift guide without games. Now, we are a game family, so this is, you know, pretty simple for me to love, because I love playing games with my kids. Now, if you're looking for things inexpensive, you can always just pick up, there's a whole bunch of dog hair on here. You can pick, now it's on me, oh no. Okay, here we go. So you can pick up a set of jumbo playing cards. I purchased these for $5 at Five Below. They had different ones. Like, I know they had sushi, and then they had these ones. I think they even had like a pizza one. But this makes a fantastic gift. My kids love to play like Math War or just basic card games, and these just make it so fun. I always laugh when I see my youngest daughter. She's really petite, holding these giant cards. It just looks silly, but it just adds a lot of fun. And again, they could play games on their own like solitaire, or they could play, you know, Math War. They could play games like, you know, 21 or poker with their family. So even, I feel like these would even make a great gift for an adult, because again, they're just silly and they're fun. Now, a couple more like budget-friendly games that my kids have received as gifts, or that they've just really loved, are things like Canoodle. This is a logic game. It's a lot of fun. This would make even a really great stocking stuffer. I will insert a picture of it because all the pieces I don't want to fall out. But it's a logic game, and they have to like solve these like little puzzles, and they have to fit pieces in a certain way to match their card. So this is a really fun game. I've actually gifted this to both of my siblings before as well, and they are, you know, in their late 20s and 30s. So this makes a fantastic gift for anybody. And then they also have like a canoodle head-to-head. So if you have siblings or if you want to give something where they can play with somebody else, this one is canoodle head-to-head where they actually have to race to match the card and the puzzle. And the first one that, you know, completes it wins. So this is another way that you can add a little bit more fun with a logic game. Okay, now another budget-friendly game that would be great for kids is Guess in 10. This is the Animal Planet one. They have all different types. They have like ocean animals, countries. They have the United States, you know, the 50 states. What else do they have? They have a ton. I mean, they have a ton. I'll try and add in a couple of pictures up here so you can see a few more options. But these usually range anywhere between $10 and $20. A lot of the time I usually pay like 12, 14, 15 bucks for hours. But you could get them on sale, especially right now. There's a lot of sales going on Amazon when it comes to games. So Guess in 10 is where you have to try and guess what the animal is. Well, for the animal version, you have to guess what the animal is using little clues from the card. And it's like a little trivia game, but you can play as an entire group. So it is a lot of fun. You can even gift this to a whole family and it would be fantastic, and it will help keep your budget low because you're doing it more as a family gift that everybody can enjoy. But these are a lot of fun. And again, there's a whole bunch of different options out there. Now, another budget-friendly game that my family really enjoys is Racco. This is so much fun. My kids get really competitive. Sometimes my husband and I will just play this on our own, even without the kids, and we have a lot of fun with it. Again, this is another game that you can gift to an entire family, and then it's just one gift and it keeps that budget down, but it's a lot of fun. You pretty much just are drawing cards and trying to put your cards in order from lowest to highest. And again, I think this one is only up to a 4-player, is it? I think it's only a 4-player game. Yeah, this one's up to 4 players, but again, it's a lot of fun. So sometimes you want to give games that, you know, people may have multiple children, so you want to give a multiplayer game. Now, this one I pulled in because I feel that this can work for a wide range of people. This can work for children, teens, adults, all of that, and that is a chess set. Now, you can get something that is inexpensive, kind of like the chess set that we have. You can even gift this with like a strategy chest or a chess strategy book if you wanted to. Don't even have to do that, but just an idea. Or you could get a real fancy one. Like, I know there's some really fancy ones out there that you can pick out and you could gift it to an adult or even a teen, but we just have a really simple and basic one, and my kids really enjoy this. Now, this is one that gets them thinking, so I do absolutely love giving chess as a gift. Okay, now another game that is really, really fun, and it does have, I think this one's up to 4 players as well. This is Upwards. This is something that I used with my youngest daughter a lot. I still use it with her all the time. She is a struggling speller. This has been helping so much. You know, you have to spell words and stuff on this, and it's just a lot of fun. We use this sometimes on Fun Fridays just to get her spelling, or if she's having a hard day, a hard homeschool day, and she's just not feeling doing her like language arts or something like that, I will pull out something like this, and it just makes it fun, and she's learning. And this is something, again, that I've played with just my siblings and my husband, and we've even enjoyed it. So you can gift this to an adult as well, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, I only have a couple more games and then we will move on, but Gravity Maze. This one is a little bit more pricey, but it's a lot of fun, and this is something that your kid or the kid that you're gifting this to can play on their own. Again, it's a little logic game. It's a lot of fun, and again, it has cards that they have to try and build this like little towery type of thing. I'm not doing a good job explaining this. And then they drop a marble, and the marble has to fall in like a certain way, but they have to set the pieces up the right way in order for it to work. So it is a logic game, and it's a lot of fun. My youngest daughter really enjoyed this one. This is something that I purchased a long time ago, and she still plays it all the time. Okay, now a bingo game is a fantastic gift for an entire family. Again, another way to keep that budget down is by gifting a family gift. And these bingo games are beautiful. There's a whole bunch of different versions of this bingo game. Very educational because like with this one, you get to learn the names of the different birds while you're playing bingo. These are a little bit more on the pricey side, and by pricey, I mean these are usually anywhere between $20 and $35. $35 I say is pricey. 20 I feel is like medium, but but these make fantastic family gifts. My kids really love these. They have, again, all different types. They're really beautiful. And what I like about this bingo set is that even if you have a younger child and they can't spell or read necessarily, they can see the pictures of the birds and match it that way. So it is something that an entire family from young to adult can enjoy. And then there's also the memory games that they have through that same company. These are beautiful. This is the pick a flower one. We also have the like matching animal tracks one as well, but these are a lot of fun as well, and they are so beautiful. Oh, it would help if it was the right way. And these are really, really beautiful. Okay, so now let's move into some other educational items. Now, this is something that I had gifted to my kids in a December box. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but this is a flip book kit. My kids love these. These are fantastic. And again, it gets your kid thinking and it gets them using their imagination. They get to make their own flip books. Now, this kit comes with a little light board, and then it also comes with the pencil, and then it comes with the flip book paper and the little fasteners for the book. So this really gets, you know, kids thinking and being creative. And it's a lot of fun to see them, you know, flip their book at the end when they're done and watching the little items move. So this is just a lot of fun. My kids really, really love this. This can be a little bit pricey, but this goes on sale all the time on Amazon, especially during the holiday season. So keep your eyes out and watch for deals because, again, on sale all the time, and it makes it pretty affordable. Okay, next up. Whoa, that was loud. I know, I don't have the box anymore, our box broke, but this is a marble run. This is something that my youngest daughter still plays with. She loves this. She'll actually build this with my husband sometimes, and they have just a lot of fun putting together a marble run. Again, this is just another way to get kids thinking, and it's hands-on, and it's really colorful and a lot of fun. Okay, so next up we have snap circuits. My youngest daughter really loves these as well. Our box broke, so it's in this little zipper pouch, but it's a whole bunch of little pieces that they have to put together correctly on the board in order to get things to work properly. My husband really loves doing this with my youngest daughter as well. He works a lot with electrical and things like that, so this is just kind of right up his alley as well. And they have all different versions. They have like a light up one, an arcade one. I think they have like an alarm, and they even have like Snap Circuit Junior for younger kids. So it really fits a wide range of kids. And again, just a lot of fun, very educational. My kids would do these for like hours. They would do these for hours, and it comes with a whole bunch of different options as well. They're not just building the same thing over and over again. There is more than one option to build when you have snap circuits. Okay, now, another one that my youngest daughter will still play with all the time is Magformers. Again, our box broke, but Magformers are a lot of fun. They are magnetic building blocks, and they could build all different types of things. They even have like animal versions, and I think like circus versions. There's so many options, and there are so many different brands as well. So if Magformers aren't in your budget, you can find certain options on Amazon. They're a little bit more inexpensive, but these are just a ton of fun. Again, they are just magnetic building blocks, and again, your kids get to be creative. And while we're talking about, I'm dropping everything. While we're talking about blocks, of course, there's always Lego. So this is actually a Harry Potter Lego. This is Fox the Phoenix from Harry Potter. This belongs to my youngest daughter. Now, Lego can be really expensive, so I'm very mindful when it comes to the sets that are purchased because I want it to be something that my kids are really, really going to enjoy because, again, these can be really pricey. Now, my kids are gifted Lego all the time as well, and they really, really love them, especially the Harry Potter ones. But again, they can be pricey. But what I love about Lego is that they have from like toddler to adult. So this is something that you can gift to such a wide range of people. So you can have all ages play with Lego because they have so many different options. And I've seen quite a few of the like adult Lego sets that just look like a lot of fun and that are fantastic, and something that even I would really enjoy and appreciate as a gift as well. So Lego is a lot of fun if it's in the budget. Okay, so now let's move on to a few microscopes. Now, microscopes are a fantastic gift. My kids love microscopes. My youngest especially, she's always looking at different slides or taking them outside and just exploring. And I love that about microscopes. They are just so fantastic for gift giving. But if you don't have it in your budget to gift something like this one here, that's like around $100, that is just, you know, something that I use all the time in my homeschool, that's okay, because there are different options for microscopes. And one of the ones that I think is really fantastic, this is really great for younger kids, is a Zoomy. Now, a Zoomy is a microscope that you actually plug into your laptop, and your kid could just like take pictures and then zoom in, zoom out. It shows up on the computer. This is a lot of fun. My youngest daughter will use this all the time too. I even catch my oldest daughter still messing around with this one. But Zoomies are a lot of fun, and again, it works for a wide range of kids. So this is definitely something that I am glad that I invested in for my homeschool, especially in those earlier years when it wasn't really in our budget to get a big expensive microscope. This worked out really, really well for a long time for us, again, especially for younger kids. But it just, you plug it on into your computer or laptop, and they could just mess around with scanning and taking pictures of things, and then they could zoom in and zoom out and see it all on the computer, and it is just fantastic. So a Zoomy is a really, really great idea if you can't afford like a regular big microscope. Now, this microscope option is probably my youngest daughter's favorite. This is something that even sometimes I'll mess around with, and that is a pocket microscope. You can get these for really inexpensive, and they are so much fun. This allows your kid or your teen to go ahead and take this along with them when they go hiking, when they're outdoors. This is something that they just can always have on hand because it's, you know, it's pocket sized. So these are really, really fun. This one has a light on it, and again, it just allows them to be creative and explore at any time. So these are really, really fun. This would be a really, really fantastic stocking stuffer as well. And honestly, I would probably say that this pocket microscope is probably used even more than our big expensive one, because this is something that my daughter will throw in her backpack, not her backpack, her purse. This is something that my youngest daughter will throw in her purse, and she just takes everywhere. So these are a lot of fun. These are fantastic. I mean, and this is just something that keeps on giving. It really does. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to share with you is something that I think is just really fantastic and a lot of fun. If you have somebody that you know that maybe likes night lights or just loves the moon, this can work for a wide range. You don't even have to just gift this to a child, but this is a moon in my room. This hangs up on the wall, and it is like a night light, and as you can see, it glows, but it does the phases of the moon. I think this is so fantastic. This is something like I would put in my room. I really, really love this. What's great is that it comes with a remote, so you can control the phases, or there's an option for it to go automatically where you could just hang it on the wall and just have it, you know, automatically change from phase to phase. My youngest daughter loves this. This is actually hers. We gifted this to her a few years ago. She loves this so much. She really loves the moon, and this is just fantastic. Again, this is something that you could just gift to somebody that enjoys the moon, that enjoys, you know, outer space or something like that. These are so much fun. But I mean, these can be a little hard to find, but I did see some at Barnes & Noble, and I will link some below where you can find them, because Amazon, they have an ET version. There's an ET version of this moonlight where ET's kind of like right on here, but it does the same thing. So if that's something you're interested in, if you have an ET lover, that's an option. But I will link what I could find below for these, but the only place I was able to find them this year was at Barnes & Noble for a decent price. So you could also check the store out as well, but these are so much fun. Okay, now, another fantastic gift for somebody that really loves the night sky. This is a pricier gift. This is a telescope. Telescopes are fantastic. I will insert a picture because that is just too big to continue to hold. But telescopes are fantastic. This is something that we do as an entire family. Every time there's, you know, a special moon, we always like to go out there with our telescope in our backyard and really try and take a look at it, explore the night sky. It is so much fun. When my daughter Bella was doing her Stargazer's Guide curriculum, I think it was last year, we would bust this telescope out all the time, and we just really linked it to her school. My youngest daughter has always loved the night sky, so just a telescope was just the right gift. And I actually gifted this as a family gift one year for Christmas because, again, it is on the pricier side, but it is something that we have used over and over and over again, and we just absolutely love our telescope. So I will link the one we have down below. It is not even close to the most expensive one, but it does get the job done, and it's a lot of fun to do as a family. Now, if you still need a few more ideas, my kids really enjoy the National Geographic little kits and stuff. This one is the Mega Science Series Amazing Reactions Chemistry Set. My kids have enjoyed this one a ton. We've actually purchased it more than once because they liked it so much. But these are a lot of fun, and National Geographic has a ton of different kits and, you know, science kits and all of that. So I will put up a few different ones over here as well that we've used in the past that we've enjoyed. But there's also this one that I bought for this school year, and this is the National Geographic Butterfly Grow Kit. We will be studying arthropods, insects, all of that later in the year. So my daughter wanted to do this again. We have done this before in the past, like we've done a volcano one as well. But again, we sometimes repurchase them just because my kids like them so much. So giving something like this is a lot of fun. My kids always enjoy them, and there are so many options out there when it comes to these sets. So another fantastic idea is subscriptions, but sometimes it's not always in the budget to gift like a year subscription or a 6-month subscription. Sometimes it's not even in the budget to gift a, 3-month subscription. So what I love about certain companies is that they do allow you to purchase individual boxes. At least some companies do. So one of the companies that we like to purchase from is Eat to Explore. And now this is food from around the world where you learn about a country and the food, and it has recipes and seasonings and things like that from all over the world. So this one is a Spain box. My kids really enjoyed doing this one. I would show you inside, but we already did it, so this is just an empty box. But these are a lot of fun, and you can buy these individually. So if you want to gift something like this that's hands-on, you got somebody that really enjoys cooking, a kid that loves to get in the kitchen, this is a lot of fun, and it gets them to try new foods and explore the world at the same time. So these make fantastic gifts. And another company that lets you buy individual like little kits and stuff is KiwiCo. You can find a ton of different options for all different ages. You can even gift some of these to adults. This is the astronaut starter kit. This is for a younger child, but again, all ages. KiwiCo has a ton of like individual boxes that you can purchase, and this is pretty much just like a little gift set in itself. So, and you don't have to like sign them up for a subscription or anything like that, and this kind of keeps that budget down. Again, budget down by just getting an individual box. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to share with you is actually from a company called Fahlo. I think Fahlo is a fantastic organization. It's really, really neat. And this is something that we found out about through somebody actually gifting this to my children. And we love it. All of us, we love it. Now, Fahlo works by somebody purchasing a bracelet that tracks an animal. So if you buy the shark bracelet on their website, you get to track a shark. So you receive the bracelet in the mail, and then you also receive this little card that has a QR code that you scan, and now you're able to track your shark. You even get to know what your shark's name is, a little bit about your shark. Like we have Mia. But this is just a really fun idea where you can wrap up the bracelet to give as the gift, but then they get to track the animal as well. So it's not just a bracelet, it is them being able to track the animal when it's migrating or however. There's all different animals on their website. I mean, there's like polar bears and lions and elephants, and these are just a ton of fun. I'm definitely going to put their website in the description box because it is a fantastic organization that works with a lot of different a lot of different like organizations that help animals as well. So when you purchase a bracelet, you're not just purchasing a bracelet and getting this animal to track, you're actually helping this animal as well. So I think that this is a wonderful gift idea. And I think that is the last thing I was gonna share with you today, but I definitely recommend checking out Fahlo and seeing all the different animals that you can track. These are just fantastic. And the bracelets are pretty cute. I think that if I could hold it properly, let me put it on. Let me put it on. These are really, really cute. But as you can see, this one is the shark like I was showing you earlier, and they have all different colors and they have all different animals too. So, but this is just a lot of fun, super educational. I remember one year when we were gifted this, I actually turned it into like a continent study. So I think it was when we got the elephant. Somebody had gifted us the elephant and I decided to do an entire homeschool study, like unit study on Africa and elephants, and it just turned into a whole thing. And it was so much fun because we got to track the animal that we were learning about. So these are fantastic, and you're also, you know, making donations basically to these organizations that are helping the animals. So that is it for today, but I also wanted to mention before I go that field trips and gifts to like museums or events or experiences also make fantastic gifts as well. So don't forget about those. I hope that something in this video has helped you out. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.